do here at the Hip Hop Culture Center in Harlem is we have multiple events that use hip hop to draw kids in, but then we teach them about, you know, financial counseling, we teach them about health and fitness, we teach them, you know, a variety of things, but in a way they can receive it through hip hop.
All right.
This here is our pride case, if you will, of shoes that came from the sneaker competition that we have. Up there, these are the sneakers that didn't quite make the cut, but they're still on display as a result of, number one, if throwing your shoes over the pole ain't hip-hop, I don't know what is. But number two, so that they still have a sense of pride about their work being displayed in the center.
Exactly.
Secondarily, everyone who's contributed and won the competition got their own distribution deal, their sneaker deal, and these shoes are available for sale. And so, you know, budding entrepreneurship and
just showing that, you know, it doesn't just end in the street or start in the street.
Exactly.
It can go from the street to Wall Street, I guess you can say. All right. And how long has the hip-hop culture been around the center?
3 years.
Oh, so it's new.
It's new.
Who started it? Like
Curtis Sherrod. I was looking. He's floating around here.
Okay.
But Curtis Sherrod is in charge of what goes on here. And actually, he has the world's largest flyer collection of all. Every party he went to,
he kept it.
He kept it. So he has thousands and thousands, and they offered to buy them. I forget which museum, but they offered to buy them, and he's like, if they want to buy them, it must be worth something.
Right.
And so you can see some of them are up, just being displayed.
Okay, let's go.
He has thousands of them.
Is it open all day, every day?
It
or?
is not.
Okay.
Typically, we have events here. The largest event we have here is the Rapathon.
When's that?
It's annually around May time frame. We
Okay.
get about 1,000. That would be nice. We get about 100 MCs, and each year we tag an extra hour on to beat our record from the previous year. So the first year we did 24 hours. The second year we did 25 hours, a nonstop.
Like a nonstop marathon, hip hop marathon.
Yeah, all rap. And then last year, this past May, we did 26 hours. And we just freestyle or whatever if you have written. The only thing, you cannot stop. So if you feel yourself falling off, you have to
keep it going.
Yeah, you should be seasoned enough to be able to pass it to the next person without it falling off or stopping, because then we don't break the record.
Oh, word. So have you guys been in like the Guinness Book of World Records for that?
Yes, and we break our own record every year.
Wicked, wicked. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell me again about Hip Hop 101.
And basically, the Hip Hop 101, basically what it is an edutainment, and it's education mixed with entertainment. And basically, what we do is we teach them about the hip hop history.
All right.
Of hip hop, basically the 4 elements: graffiti, DJing, breakdancing, MC. We separate them in crews, not in groups. We separate them in crews. They have to pick an MC name or a DJ name, and it's basically the essence of hip hop, not what you see on TV, not the flash, not basically that this was something that came from nothing.
So how many participants do you usually have? Does it fluctuate?
We've done anywhere from 10 kids to 1,500 kids. We did an event at the NAACP, 1,500 kids. We were actually the first hip-hop anything on the Intrepid. The Intrepid Museum down in Manhattan. We were invited to get their children excited about their space camp.
Oh, wow.
So we used hip-hop to get them interested.
Okay.
It's the first time hip-hop has even been thought of on the Intrepid. It's basically an old warship, Navy warship, that was converted into a museum downtown. If you ever remember that story about the plane that crashed into the harbor,
yes,
that's where the Intrepid is at.
Okay.
That's literally where the Intrepid is at.
So how did they find out about you guys?
Curtis Sherrod, the director.
Okay.
He's involved in his community.
Yeah.
And he's a very intelligent man that just wants to take hip hop to another level. More so as this is a culture. He actually owns the largest hip hop flyer collection, and I'm sure you saw a couple of those.
Yeah, I heard about
and
that.
Those are all original.
And they're all his personal collection.
Yes, he collected them at every event he went to. whether he snuck in, whether he, was invited in, he found his way in. But that's hip hop, though. Hip hop is all about making your way
out of no way,
evolving it.
Okay.
And that's what we try to teach the kids here: make your own way and then evolve it. He was kind of talking to me earlier about how, they had like a dress code. There wasn't any labels, like FUBU or like Sean John. So your crew would get together and you would have a dress code. You would all wear a certain kind of sneaker.
And you define yourself in your own style.
And little things like the DJs, bringing out the first. He was telling me a story how the first time he heard the beat machine. To hear these stories, it's like, we take that for granted. As artists, as just people in our society, we take it for granted because it's so accessible now. And
the commercial, yeah.
It's so there, but at the same time, there's so much more to it.
And the roots and the history are being forgotten.
But it's definitely coming back to it. Everything in life is full circle. So.
Say what? With sweet on beats, my speech radiates. I grab the mic, my voice resonates and penetrates. I make the B-boy emulate. A $150 still swinging like a heavyweight. Me in the lounge about to levitate. You don't believe? Let me demonstrate the way we make cats disintegrate.
Well, hold up, you gotta stop the tape. You got to prove you can rock the break. And yeah, my man gonna investigate the whole way that you operate, cooperate.
So what has been your exposure to Canadians?
Well, we actually had a group from Vancouver, Canada.
All right, tell me about that.
And they were great because they were so open to the new experience. Some of them, when they first got here, were a little, overwhelmed.
Right.
Because we're in the center of Harlem. Hip-Hop Culture Center is located in the center of Harlem, 125th Frederick Douglass. And I know they were a little overwhelmed at first, but that's the beauty of hip-hop. It's universal, and I believe it comes from the soul. So if you have, a good soul, you can get along with it.
So what were they, a school or a...
They were actually a tour.
All right.
They were a tour from Vancouver. They were visiting different states. I believe they visited Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, I guess like the landmark states. And they left here and they said this was the best fun they had on their whole trip. We had people that never even heard a rap song that were rapping, that were dancing. We had break dances. And then it was like little by little you would see the ones that knew about hip hop start coming to the forefront.
Right.
And then they were, and one of the things we do with the Hip Hop Culture Center, with the 101 is we do murals to represent graffiti.
Right.
And my group, they made this it was all about the mountains, and it was like from the mountains coming to the city, but genius. I mean, when you bring two worlds like that together for a common goal, it's a beautiful thing. So shout out to Vancouver, Toronto too.
Right.
Shout out to Toronto, Canada. Definitely, I know you guys got Drake coming out. That's who's representing Canada right now.
Yeah.
But I know you guys also have a lot of other upcoming, official emcees out there. So
yeah,
Canada's definitely making a mark in hip hop. Keep it rolling.
Thank you.
So.